Welcome back guys. Satisfactory is a factory simulation game built using Unreal Engine 5 in which the player, who is known as a pioneer, is dropped onto an alien planet with a handful of tools and must use the planet's natural resources to construct increasingly complex factories. The game received a major update a week ago in the form of version 1.1. This update adds tons of features to the game, also includes many quality of life fixes. This is the update log. Controller support has been added to the game. You just need to switch to the controller profile via the in-game settings in order to use your gamepad. A photo mode has been added. Crash site dismantling. It gives us the ability to clean up debris from crash sites so that we can get some extra resources. I'll give the link to the update log in the description of the video. Now the game supports FSR 3.1, both upscaling and FSR Frame Gen, but the upscaler is not decoupled from Frame Gen. This is why I'll be using Nukem9's mod to replace the in-game DLSS frame generation implementation with FSR frame generation. The mod will even enable Nvidia Reflex, which helps in cutting down the latency. I was not able to get the standalone version of Nukem9's mod working in this game. In order to get it working, I had to inject Nukem9's mod into the game via Optiscaler Mod. For some reason, Optiscaler Mod was not able to detect the in-game upscaling, but it did not affect the functioning of Nukem9's mod. It worked fine. Would like to thank Keymailer and Coffee Stain Studio for providing me with a review copy of the game. I'll be testing it on my Windows PC that has a Ryzen 5700X 3D processor and an RTX 2070 Super GPU. I'll be using build 0.130 universal version of Nukem9's mod. You can download it for free from Nexus Mods. Just need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Click on manual download under universal. Click on slow download. Download will start. We'll be using Optiscaler Daria build version 0.7.7 preview 9. You can download it for free from Optiscaler's GitHub. I'll give its link in the description. Expand asset section. Click on .7z link here. The game is shipped with an older version of DLSS Upscaler version 3.7. I'll just use Nvidia app to override DLSS Upscaler to the latest version 3.10.2.1. We just need to set the render preset to K in order to activate the transformer model of DLSS 4. I'll be verifying these details using DLSS Debug Overlay. I'll show you how to set it up. Just copy the registry code provided by Emos. Create a new text file anyway on your PC. Name it anything you want. I'll just name it as overlay. Change the extension from .txt to .reg. Hit enter. Yes. Select the file, right click, open with, click on notepad, paste the lines here. Click on file, click on save, close and run this registry file. This will enable the DLSS debug overlay. If you want to disable it, just replace the number 4 here with 0 like this. Click on file, click on save, close and run this registry file. I'll just revert the change as I want to enable the DLSS debug overlay. Select the file, right click, open. Click on yes, okay, that's it. Now I'll be installing Optiscaler mod. Open the mods archive file. Copy the highlighted files, 2 of them. Need to paste them in the game's install directory. Select the game in your Steam library. Right click, manage, click on browse local files. Open engine folder. Open binaries folder. Open Win64 folder. Paste the mod files here. Just change the name of optiscaler.tll file to dxgi.tll. Enter. Now just open optiscaler.ini file. Set tx12 upscaler to DLSS. Set fg type to Nukems, as we'll be using Nukem9's mod. Click on file, click on save, close. Now I'll be installing Nukem9's mod. Open its archive file. Open DLL_ version folder. Copy this DLL file. DLSSG to FSR 3. AMD is better. Open the game's install directory. Engine folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder. Paste the file here, right next to the game's main exe file. And there it is. Now you need to make sure that hardware accelerated GPU scheduling setting is enabled on your PC. Right click anywhere on the desktop, click on display settings. Now click on graphics, click on advanced graphics settings. Enable hardware accelerated GPU scheduling setting from here. If your monitor supports VRR, enable the setting as well. I'll just enable. VSYNC from Nvidia control panel. Click on manage 3D settings, click on program settings from this drop down bar, select the game Satisfactory, scroll down to the end, enable VSYNC from here. My monitor is G-Sync compatible. I'll enable the corresponding settings for it. And just click on setup G-Sync here and enable the following settings. Enable G-Sync, G-Sync compatible. Enable for full screen mode and enable settings for the selected display model. I'll also enable G-Sync compatible indicator. This step is optional. Click on display here and check this setting, G-Sync compatible indicator. Now I'll override DLSS Upscaler using Nvidia app. Open the app, click on graphics, click on the three dots here, then click on refresh. It will show you all of the games installed on your PC. Here look for Satisfactory. There it is. Click on the pencil icon next to DLSS override model presets. Select this option, use different settings for each DLSS technology. Click on the drop down bar below super resolution, then select latest, apply. I have already done that. We are ready to run the game. We are in. This game can be played in either solo or co-op mode. I'll be playing it in solo mode. Options. First we have the control setting. From here we can change the controls profile via select control setting. I'll be playing the game using keyboard and mouse. If you want to play it using a gamepad, just select the profile to controller. Apply. Video settings. Make sure the game is running in DirectX 12 mode. Otherwise FSR frame generation won't work. The game even supports Vulkan API. No FPS cap applied. Resolution Full HD. Display mode windowed full screen. I have set most of the settings to ultra. Motion blur disabled. Upscaler set to DLSS. Frame generation disabled for the time being. Upscaler preset set to quality. Now in this game, quality preset of DLSS upscaler does not correspond to resolution scale value 66%. It actually corresponds to 90% resolution scale value. You can verify this via DLSS debug overlay. I think this is the reason why Optiscaler mod is not able to catch the in-game upscaler. VSYNC off. Global illumination off. That's it. Open Optiscaler menu by pressing the insert keyboard key. Yeah, as you can see, the mod is unable to detect the in-game upscaler, which is actually working. I have disabled Nukem9 mod. Close the window. Yeah, we are in. It's the night time. The game features a dynamic weather cycle. Check out the DLSS debug overlay in the bottom left corner. Render preset use this K. Version of the Upscaler 3.1.2.1. Game's HUD is slightly blocking it. Base resolution 1728 by 972 pixels upscale to full HD resolution. So the in-game upscaler is actually working. DLSS auto exposure setting is on. Check out that creature flying in the sky. I am on an alien planet collecting some resources. This is my hub. Here we're getting close to 90 FPS. No signs of stuttering. This game runs nicely. No signs of stuttering. Open world game built using Unreal Engine 5 and that does not exhibit any excessive stuttering. Rare achievement. Okay, now I'll enable Nukem9 mod. Open the in-game video settings and check frame generation setting. Apply. Confirm. Resume the game and oh my god, look at that added amount of smoothness. Yeah, the mod is definitely working. 140 to 150 FPS. I'll just quickly show you the debug view. Open Optiscaler menu. You can see the status of Nukem9 mod. Yeah, it's on. Enable debug view. Displays are working properly for all of the images. No HUD elements are visible in the bottom middle image except for the DLSS debug overlay. Game's interface won't flicker after enabling FSR frame generation. Disable the DLSS debug overlay after verifying the upscaler's details. The color palette is exactly the same for the bottom, middle and bottom right images. Smoothing effect of FSR Frame Gen will work properly. Just play the game. Current method Reflex, it's also working. Close. My objectives: need to build a smelter. There it is. I have the resources. Place it here. Okay, I need to connect it to my base. Provided power. Missing materials. Cable. Weather is changing. I can craft wires and cables. Nukem9's mod works very nicely in this game. Game's HUD elements are not flickering. Build the power line. Just connect it to my base. Yeah, this should work. Interact with the biomass burner. Provide fuel. It's working. You can see the animation. I'm new to this game. Now I'll run the game using DLAA. Just set the upscaling preset to no downscaling. Apply. Verify the base resolution via DLSS debug overlay. Yeah, it's full HD. Upscale to full HD resolution. This is the game running using DLAA. Still getting good performance. I am out in the open looking for some copper resources. Look at that creature. I'll attack it. Doesn't seem to be hostile. I have a zapper equipped. Zapped it, it ran away. Scared. VRAM usage is below 4 GB. This is amazing. What the hell is this thing? Killed it. So that's it with the video, guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.